coming soon on video and DVD.
Found the alarm!
Files! Bring the
By low and highland and sky, there's a danger that fills the air, though most people are unaware of the traps waiting to ensnare wanderers of the occult. On the chase of the case, every question we tear apart. We've got mystery in the heart. Our brains, they are filled with smarts in pursuit of the results. Light that is shared by the stars each night. They explain why they're playing such a game, to remain undetained and away from sight. It just might, for at the end of the day, it's up to us three, and together we'll venture until we have solved the mystery. Then together we'll venture until we have solved the mystery. Then together we'll venture until we have solved the mystery.
Mysteries of Okulta. I'm Aiden.
I'm Jacob.
I'm BB.
Together we are the Butter Bunch.
Oh boy, poggers. Hi everyone. I'm dollar store ghosty filling in until my folks finally get me home.
This intro got completely butchered immediately.
I
Yes.
expect this to be an intro. I keep saying that it would be very appropriate to just start with the session. We don't need to do like another intro.
Okay, so we open up on a misty, dreamlike lake.
Oh.
The long-haired woman in the dress is standing there with her hands to her chest as she says, "Free me." She turns to Lou. With a tear in her eyes, it falls in the water, and Lou wakes up.
Man, Lou really has a thing for having dreams, huh?
Yeah.
What's the same thing
Anyways,
both
I need you all to
UM.
roll UM.
What is
Oh.
this tongue you're speaking in?
That's Anyways, okay, you want to roll a d20 for me. No, wait, not d20. Survival. Roll survivor check.
I got
This
an
is
8.
very important. 8. Oh, it's great already. 8.
I just realized that I actually closed down the browser that I had D&D Beyond on, so I have messed up the introduction now.
Ooh.
Okay, I've got a pass key, so it's should be fine. But while I do this, what does Lou encounter? As he wakes up, what's his proceeding?
Oh, well, he's in his room. It's up to him where he wants to go from there.
I can't. Aaron, give me a moment.
I can't right now. Give me a moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say we start.
Oh.
You did open up the scene with the person who isn't here currently, so
No, you know what? Wait a minute. I just realized I can roll something for you. I'll
sure.
roll survival.
All right, fine. I'm almost there, but yeah, fair enough.
No, not for you. For Ghostie.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
Oh, Ghostie, you got a 21.
Nice.
Jacob, you want me to roll for you?
I just got onto the character sheet now. It's just loading. Okay, here we go. Survival, all the way down. Oh. I got a +5 on survival. Let's see. That is a 19 for a total of 24. Let's go.
Okay. So Scooby, now you have to cough now you have a cough that's going on constantly.
Nat 20 or dirty 20?
Oh, it was a dirty 20.
That dirty, dirty boy.
You got an 18. Plus 3 equals 21. 21?
N-O-O-O-O.
No.
We didn't pick the right bot, did we? Anyways, opening scene now. So Scooby now coughs, but are we opening up with Scooby now? What's going on in the scene?
We're opening up in the lobby of the hotel with Rosa waiting downstairs.
Oh, okay. In that case.
No, this makes it more funny.
All right, fair enough. Here we go. Is there everyone down there?
Yes. Also, there isn't a design for Rosa. I thought I made one. I made one for the mayor.
I was.
Oh well, no design for Rosa.
I was.
No Rosa
going to
design.
ask. Yeah. All right. Well, in that case, what's what was going to happen in that is because because of the events from last time, Orchid is actually not quite in the scene yet, but she is just entering the room. All right, and here we go. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-ba-bum. Well, what do you think? As she does a twirl in her new outfit from that provided by Lou from last time, having raided.
From stealing it at the brothel.
Exactly.
The stolen dress from the brothel.
Mm-hmm. Quite a conservative look considering where it came from, but I quite like it. You chose well, Lou. I decided to go with stars instead of moons for today. Just for a little bit of variety.
Ooh. Okay.
That stays.
Rosa.
Lou is spending his morning helping in the kitchen before looking over. I do pick nice things.
That is right. What do you think, Scoobert?
Scooby's gonna walk over all slowly and sniff it like up and down, you know. and then he's gonna open up his mouth and he's gonna say, "Well, what do I think of it? I think it's."
Oh gosh! Oh, disgusting! Ugh. I think I put my hat in front of Scooby's coughing. Oh, good grief! Am I ever going to get a morning here where I don't get covered in something? Can I get a towel,
Beautiful.
please, Lou? Ugh.
Rosa walks up with a light cough. Hey
Crap,
guys.
Not you two. Can I please get a cloth or something to clean myself?
Sure. She grabs a cough, but then she grabs a cloth, but then coughs.
On
Here you
second
go.
thought, never mind. I will just go back and upstairs and I don't know, wash myself a little bit. I'll be right back. She leaves. She leaves immediately.
God.
I refuse to start another day.
Oh, guys. I think.
have the two, you know.
Oh God, I think there's like a cold going around or something. Maybe. Ugh. How you guys feel today?
Well, I feel pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what I could use?
What?
Some aspirin.
What's that? sound like a herb or something?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Do you know where it is?
No.
What? Why did you bring it up then?
I want Aspin.
Orchid returns. Did somebody say rare herb?
Yeah, your compadre over here said something about aspirin? What's that?
Ah, yes. I have heard of this. Some folks call it Kingsfall. They think it's a weed, but it actually isn't.
Oh, I mean, if you want weed, I mean, there's always the emporium.
Oh, I've not
God.
been to that establishment yet. That is the place to go for, I guess, plant-based products, it seems, in this place.
Sort of, I guess. You could say that.
I might need to make an errand. I have been working on a little bit of a project upstairs. Hopefully that's not against the rules, but I did promise a new friend that we made, or well, a new acquaintance we made, that I would help try to provide an antidote for her, and I'm currently researching into it. I was going to stop by the library later if assuming we don't get a mission for today. But yes, I think
I would like to interrupt you there, because it seems we have a problem. A lot of the people in the residential area, especially here in town, have been getting sick.
I look towards Scuba. You don't say.
That is why I'm helping out.
I didn't know.
That is why I'm helping Rosa out in the kitchen, because she and the mayor seem to be in particularly terrible shape.
Oh, that makes sense.
Boy, that would explain your voice.
That is true. You do sound a little bit more hoarse than usual. But I'm sure that you're...
That's mostly because I'm on a phone.
You sound like Old Man Jefferson's horn.
Who is Old Man Jefferson?
Old Man Jefferson.
That doesn't
That doesn't
explain
answer
anything. Just repeating the same thing does not mean that I will suddenly know who Old Man Jefferson is.
Oh, I thought you didn't hear me, hence why you asked who he was.
But I then repeated his exact name, which denotes that I heard the name. I just don't know who the name belongs to.
Old Man Jefferson.
Okay, fantastic, but who is this Old Man Jefferson of which you speak?
Say it slowly with me now.
Who is this Old Man Jefferson of whom you speak?
I would also like to know.
OFKEFLSEN.
What? What?
Ulf Ken
Old
Sen?
Man Jefferson.
I don't think you spelled that correctly. We're moving on from this. So you're saying a bunch of people have gotten sick. We should probably take some precautions if that's the case. Hopefully, I can probably brew up some general medicine. Assuming but most of my equipment is actually currently working on that antidote. But maybe I can use some spare equipment if there happens to be some.
Maybe you could talk to God, under real cough.
That's phlegm.
That is phlegm. Thank you. Thank you. Who left? Oh,
Ghostie left.
We lost.
Old Man Jefferson.
Yes, I'm home with my equipment.
Okay. Well, you sound good. Anyways, maybe go talk to Greg. Maybe he knows something. Sue coughs a bit more. She seems to be
Sue, have you-
in terrible shape.
Hey, so have you been running a fever?
Maybe a light one. I don't know.
Like,
I mean, it's
You're the
just
funny good
this
tavern.
past
Haha.
this
like,
past day. I just been feeling awful.
like Lou is. Well, at first I'm gonna bring up my character sheet, and I'm going to roll medicine to see if I can decipher try to decipher what's going on. And that is an 18. 17
Okay.
plus 1.
You could decipher that it's some strange illness, but this illness also seems to have something magical in nature associated with it that you could tell.
In that case, I'm going to roll history, which is a flat 20, to see if Lou has any recollection of magical illnesses. 8. So he doesn't know shit.
He doesn't know. He
That
can't really think of any off the top of his head.
check, yeah.
Yeah, and that's how you got the flu. It's not,
Yeah.
And
but calling it the
Lou
flu.
just quietly pats Orchid and is like, 10 to 6 feet away from Scoopert in the mayor at all times.
You're not talking to the mayor. You're talking to Rosa.
Why are you getting away from me? He says right in front of your face.
Well, first of all, because your breath is disgusting, but secondly, just out of a general precaution, what did you find? Did you discern anything?
Yes,
My breath isn't
could be an
bad.
illness
I
that's
brushed
not.
my teeth.
It
It
appears
was
to.
beef roast flavor.
That sounds delightful, Scoopert.
I
And
know.
may I
You
have
want to
your-
smell? And he looks over at you now and opens his mouth wide.
Lou just kind of reacts one because one disgust and two because he's about to tell Orchid. Yes, this appears to be some sort of illness that's not only physical in nature but also magical in nature.
Oh, well, in that case, that sounds like my territory. All right, let's see let's see if I can work something out. So I'm also going to roll a medicine check. Let's see.
Magical? Have I become a sick unicorn?
Is that a natural 20?
That's a dirty 20. I've got a +3.
What were you rolling for?
Medicine.
What were you rolling for
Medicine.
again? Medicine. There's nothing you seem that you could do immediately, or that you could immediately tell. But you can tell that whatever this disease is in the early stages.
Fantastic. I'm going to roll an Arcana check to see what if I tell me anything about the magic. That's a 6. Total of 6.
You cannot determine anything off the magic.
Like, is
You
gonna do in
determine that-
kind. Is gonna do in kind, and I'm also going to roll Arcana, which is just a flat 20 for Lou. He's not very magically skilled.
Fair enough.
Orchid supposedly is, but there you go.
Yeah, he's 7.
You can tell the magic is powerful, but that's all you get to tell. It's just really potent. That's all.
I am an
Real
idiot,
detail.
aren't I?
My goodness, I don't know what's more potent, this magic or Scoopert's breath.
I'd say Scoobert's breath, but that's just because he's standing very irrationally close to me.
Scoobert's gonna look at you and Scoobert's gonna glare at you. I'm an idiot.
What?
What makes you say that? Aside from breathing in our faces while sick.
Oh god.
Go on, Ghosty.
We're waiting for you. We asked you a question.
No, it's okay. Go on, Ghosty. I said, I'm an idiot.
Why would that be, Scoobers?
Okay, well, he's not being helpful. So, how about
Like-
we try to check somewhere else in the town and see what's going on? Hopefully, this hasn't spread too far, and some places will still be open. Because I think.
Oh yeah. But Rosa goes up to you. Could you check up on? I mentioned this before, but could you check up on Greg? I'm kind of worried about him.
See, I'm
Yes,
slightly
of
hesitant.
course.
Well, I'm
Yes.
hesitant to do so for two reasons. One, because I know that you have a telepathic and psychic link to him, so you can do that yourself.
Well,
Because-
actually, that's kind of the problem. I'm getting nothing from him. I'm getting nothing but static noise.
Then he is most likely deceased.
Yes.
The only other
Why?
reservation that I have.
Like,
You know, reservation
My
that I have-
God.
Lou is just like, let's not assume he's deceased. Maybe we should go check. Maybe this magical ailment is. Okay.
Rosa runs off crying. And
Okay.
coughing at the same time.
Okay, why must you jump to death every time?
Every time. Well, why else would a psychic link be severed? Well, I mean, the other symptoms don't seem to align with perhaps they do with psionic
Maybe
I guess reservation.
You go straight to
That's
death
it.
to her. Why would you do that?
Hey, it's okay. She's probably not dead. She might just be brain dead.
See,
Like,
Scuba gets
Lou
what I was
just
insinuating. Also,
separates-
this is the first time that I have ever jumped straight to death for something like this.
Says the person who allowed someone to get stabbed last session.
You don't know that. You don't know that happened. You
No,
weren't there.
I in character don't know that happened, right? Out of character know that happened.
Fine,
So,
well,
Lou
I
just
out
knew-
on character would like to remind everyone, including the chat, that Orchid did not know that was going to happen, and she did everything in her power to try and keep her alive. She just died in her arms.
Also,
Yeah, that's what
Lou
they all say.
just disengages from the party, patting Orchid on the shoulder, and suggests maybe the psychic link is being buffered by this illness. It is magical in nature, after all. I'm going to go take a closer look.
Perhaps, however, I will caution you because again, I've been trying to say this for a while. My second reservation is the fact that when there's a sickness going on, it is usually a good precaution to stay away from the elderly. I know that he is physically 60 thanks to the Fountain of Youth, but I'm not sure how much of that will translate to his 106-year-old physique. Was that his age? Was he 106?
So, right.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
we
like
should-
110.
Maybe us two, as the healthiest members of our party, should fashion ourselves some sort of precautionary equipment.
I think that would be the wisest course of action. And after that, I shall apologize properly to Rosa once she returns.
You upset Rosa.
DM, Aiden, what should I
Yes.
roll for Lou to fashion medical equipment?
Let's say
I'm
a
testing
13.
knowledge a little bit. No, I'm
13.
testing, like, what skill should I roll?
Oh, skill.
Yes, what
I feel
skill should I
like for
roll?
medical
I'm trying to
equipment, medicine would be good.
Yes, I'm going to roll medicine.
Yeah, medicine's probably
11.
gonna be like the most rolled thing.
You can't think of any good thing to make, or don't have the resources to make said thing. Anything that could really help.
Hmm.
Okay, well,
I mean, you could also roll investigation. Maybe investigate, see if there's any medical equipment around.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Investigation. Fine!
Oh,
You can't
that's a
seem to
shame.
find anything.
That's because Lou is an idiot. Lou is quite literally stupid.
Jacob, what do you think about this? Anything you could do?
I'm going to into my equipment and using my and looking at my alchemist supplies, seeing if see if I can find something that actually would be useful there.
I don't think alchemist supplies like has stuff to make like a mask or anything.
No, but
actually, actually alchemist tools would. Obviously, you need something to cover your face to, not inhale toxic fumes from the potion you're brewing.
All right. Well, I take out.
But that is, of course, up to the DM.
Yeah.
Okay, but does Lou have alchemist tools?
No, he has.
Okay, so Orchid has a mask that she could wear.
All right.
Would she like to wear it, or she could give it to Lou potentially as well, or she'd even give it to someone like Scooby potentially.
If you're going to check on Greg, in that case, you should use this.
Like, Lou just takes the mask and he's like, of course. After all, I'm not the one of the two of us who potentially has magic to protect them.
By the way, whenever survival checks now come up to see if anyone catches the illness or progresses their illness, if you have a mask, you get advantage on that roll. So
But we should probably look into
making... There's a chance you won't.
You go on, continue.
Oh no, that's all.
Well, there's always a chance, but this is now a higher chance.
Yes.
Yes. Wait, I thought it would be a lower. Okay. I'm confused.
There's a lower chance of infection, a higher chance of overcoming any diseases or something. Yeah. Depends on how you phrase the sentence. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just how Aiden phrased it was a little confusing.
Oh well.
I am going to look around the town and get into the sick. However, you should really evacuate the town of anyone who looks even moderately healthy.
That's a good idea.
The sooner we get the well people away from the sick, the sooner we can, stop it from spreading.
In that case, I'm going to find Rosa now. I will start with her.
Lou puts on the mask and he's going to, go a peek and he's going to go investigating.
Okay. Where do you want to go in the town? Do you want to go to the town square, or like the Starlight Bakery, the Emma Emporium, the Sharp and Hatchet bookstore, Beanie's Tavern?
Wherever Greg is located.
Oh, Greg is located in the guild itself, so, teleportation stone.
In that case, Lou is going to body slam himself into the ground, as usual.
Oh my god.
And here he is.
Okay, we're in the tavern with Greg. We're not in the tavern. We're in the Mystery Guild with Greg. There's something wrong with Greg. He's sitting there.
There's something
motionless.
Wrong. He still don't have his model. That's what's wrong with him.
That is wrong.
It's the second session in a row, Aiden. We need a model for Greg.
We need a model.
Yeah. You know what? I have myself. Myself is going to be... I don't even have myself anymore.
You're just your logo. It's even worse than last time.
This is a mess. This is a tragedy.
Here's a character design. It's not Greg, but it's a random cat girl.
Is that a random cat girl?
No, it's cat boy.
There we go.
This is the cat boy from last episode.
There we go.
That we didn't get to see, but anyways, this isn't what
you?
Greg looks like. Anyways, Greg is sitting there motionless. All the life has been drained out of him. He's sitting there.
Oh.
He was 106.
Oh, no.
Mean! You want to check him? Like, to see if he has a pulse or anything?
before Lou checks him, he's gonna take out his waystone. And he's going to use the one waystone charge he has for the day to basically the sending stone comes in pairs with each stone carved to match each other. So Lou is going to send a message, and it's gonna be like, there seems to be
we keep a problem.
I'm not sure if he's dead, but he's not moving. What do?
Who are you saying the message to?
Orchid.
Oh, all right. So here on the other end. Oh, sorry, Rosa. I have to take this. We're cool, right? I'm very sorry for what I said. Okay, Lou, you were saying that. Oh, I probably should be a little bit quiet on account of who I'm in front of. So what you're going to want to do first of all is find out if there is a pulse.
Lou is gonna go over and do that. Medicine check.
Yes.
21. Natural 20.
Okay. There is a pulse, and he seems to be steadily breathing, but there's not much going on with it. Like, he seems to be in a fine enough state. He's just basically comatose with a pulse and just sitting there.
So
Empty.
Lou is going to roll medicine again to check all over and see if there's anything else that's medically strange. 6.
You cannot tell anything. No details.
Lou, the head empty human fighter that he is, scoops up this old man onto his back and starts carrying him outside of the guild. And I'm going
was there a pulse
to.
in the end? You didn't quite get back to me on that. Hello?
Yes,
Hello? You hear from like your pockets.
Yes.
Wait, what's that? What's that about pulse? What's that about pulse? Is everything all right?
There is a
He's
pulse.
dead.
I'm going to roll athletics for picking up the old man body. 8.
You drop him.
So we're gonna try this.
Oh,
You
no.
drop him.
14!
What was that?
Okay.
Wait, Lou, what was that sound I just heard? Did something happen?
You managed to pick him up this time, but you do struggle.
Nothing happened.
Okay, all right
I'm
then.
I'm coming outside.
Oh, you are?
So Lou just makes his way outside.
What, into Beanie's Tavern?
Yes.
As opposed to the inn?
Listen, the Mystery Guild is connected to the inn, and Lou is struggling to carry this old man as is.
Psychically. It was the door was inside Beanie's Tavern. It wasn't inside the inn.
Yeah, you just carried
I
him
know,
up.
but I watched like Lou walks
him up in a
upstairs into
Beanie's
Beanie's
Tavern.
Tavern, and then just runs outside. With while piggybacking this old ass man.
Oh wait, that's the wrong background. Okay.
And Lou looks startled. His hair is also a little bit awry, which is unusual for him.
Lou, I hear birds chirping. Did a bird get inside the Mystery Guild? Is that the wind? Are you outside?
Yes.
What?
Yes, I am outside.
Did you just wait? Did you leave Greg before? I had other instructions.
No, I did not leave Greg. He is on my back.
You're deadlifting him. Okay, right. Stay where I'm coming to you. Where
Imagine emergency services now. Ask questions later. And I'm outside of Beanie's Tavern.
Okay, stay.
There's something going on. He has a pulse, but he's comatose.
Yes. So okay. So, right. So the next thing, I have a doctor that I trained under who has a mantra in these situations. If there is a pulse, you've got to do chest compressions, chest compressions, chest compressions.
Oh, don't do chest compressions. Oh God.
So, following instructions.
Oh God.
I'm gonna roll medicine.
Okay. So the way that you do these chest compressions, as you roll, I'm good.
9.
Oh God, you don't do chest compressions.
While this is going on, Orchid is just like running over with her sending stone, but just like so she's still trying to give the instructions at the same time, like trying to make her way over there. It's like, okay, say what you want to do.
Aiden does a 15 hit.
Yes.
So what you want to do is
And
make sure
but Lou has no CPR training. He's been in the military, but he doesn't know how to resuscitate people.
Okay.
God.
Do you,
Okay.
Do you know the tune of Ye Old Macarena?
I know that I've never heard of the Margarita in my life.
Okay. So what about what about surviving by the GBs?
Yes, I do know that one.
All right.
We're going to roll medicine again.
Okay, so to the tune of that, what you have to do is survive do the chest compressions and periodically listen in to make sure the breathing is stable.
Aiden, I got a 15.
Yeah, you're
we know that
somewhat
works.
doing it. All right, you know, you're doing fine. Oh God. Macarena.
Ye old Macarena.
Okay. I'm going to... I didn't breathe.
You did chest compressions. Not much changed. And over walks over a doctor.
Lou has no idea what he's doing. He just knows that he's doing it.
Okay, don't worry. I tripped. I tripped because I was panicking so
Over
much.
walks over a doctor.
Oh God, no!
Oh, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you insane?
I am doing ye old chest compression.
Oh my God! Please stop ye old chest compression. You're gonna kill him. God.
I feel like ye old chest compression would actually work, but whatever.
And Lou just removes his hands from the comatose old man. And then
God,
he goes to the is there a water source nearby?
Yeah, there's a fountain over there.
Yes,
God.
Lou is going to go wash his hands in the fountain before touching anything else.
The doctor checks the pulse. He's fine. No damage has been done. Anyways, he turns to Lou. Hello, my name is Doc. Well, Dr. Doc, some would say.
Lou, do I hear water? What was that sound? Are you near water?
Would you happen to be a charlatan?
I'm not a why would I be a charlatan? God, rude. I'm a doctor. I work for the medicine guild.
That's a medicine guild?
Yeah.
Excuse me if I say that you look rather shady. But I do trust you with my life.
Thank you, I guess. Anyways, though, I've been tracking this plague from town to town. And it's in this town, so I've been trying to treat it, but it's a really bad magical plague.
At this point, Orchid arrives.
You told me to stop doing yielding chest compressions.
Also, because of all. Also, by the way, I'm going to need Jacob and Ghostie to both roll survival to see if any of their infection goes up. Although Ghostie does have advantage on the survival.
Do
That's the
you
risk.
do you need any help? I heard everything. You're taking a plague. I was giving instructions before. I have
Yeah,
some
well,
training. Do you need help?
wasn't really helping this patient.
Okay, I got an
Uh,
8 and a 21.
Well, you avoid it, so you know he has advantage.
I got an 18 for a total of 23.
Okay, you both avoid it again. You've not been infected. But anyways, but yeah, this plague. Some call it the Aspin. You see, there was once this man called Aspin. He felt nothing his whole life, no emotions. And well, some say he made a curse to make everybody like the way he naturally was. That's unsubstantiated, but some say it's true. And people just call it the curse of Aspin. It's more of a disease, but you know, a disease, curse, magic. I've been studying how magic and diseases intertwine and how they could be connected, which, you know, interesting.
As a druid,
Interesting,
they
but
definitely are very much connected at times.
would you happen to have any books on this subject?
Not on me. I mean, I looked at
All
all the
right, then we will discuss this more later. We are sort of dealing with a crisis situation, Lou
That is
explains
true.
while pointing to
That
the
is
old
true.
man.
If chest compressions didn't work, which by the way they often do, what should we do in this situation?
He's fine for now. The real problem though is gonna be him eating. Because if we don't fix this within a day or two, like a few months or like a few weeks, he'll starve to death.
What do you suggest?
I could potentially prepare a tonic of some kind. That should not be a problem.
My friend over here is a druid. I was hoping to get to know them better over breakfast. He just looks over to the tavern and then looks back. But we have a crisis situation we have to deal with first.
August stomach growls. Oh, that's right. We haven't had breakfast again. This keeps happening.
Why do crises always happen before breakfast?
Yeah, that's true. The world is not very considerate in that regard.
Anyway, we will discuss this over proper food later. For right now, Doctor, what do you suggest we do?
I think so. I had this paper that had some details on the thing that I was studying, like a whole I kind of ripped out a few pages from a book from the medical guild that said some details, but I may or may not have when walking around the town dropped them. So you know.
What kind of doctor are you?
I think what I was running. Oh, that's what I tripped over. I thought it was something. There's something thin. I look at the Orca looks at the bottom of one of her shoes and stuck to one of the heels as a piece of paper. Would this be one of them?
You see, yeah, it's one of a few. I think there's 5 in total.
Let
This
me see
one.
what it says here. But many people doubt the legend of Aspin on the grounds that if he was truly emotionless, why on earth would he actually feel any sort of need for like or validation from others? No, you know, this is actually a very good point here. I didn't think of this myself.
Yeah, listen, it's like a medical journal, but like, yeah, listen, okay, yeah, the whole. Listen, I don't buy too much into these myths. But what I do buy into is how real whatever magical disease this is. This is the problem. It has multiple stages. It has 4 stages right now.
What are those? Or do you need us to get the pages first before you tell
I don't really know the exact state. I kind of forget, but I remember it's 4. But I guess you could check. How about you check some of the surrounding buildings, maybe?
Oh, well,
Maybe
look,
maybe I
one of
left
the
them in
stages
there.
is on here. I believe this is one of the descriptions of one of the stages. Which one would this be?
Oh, you read it. It says coughing. I got tons of coughing fits, as well as feeling a tad woozy.
Just seems to be flu-like symptoms.
For the time being, that would appear to be stage 1, considering that is where Rosa appears to have started.
It also appears to be where Scoobit has started.
You have a friend as well?
Well, we mentioned 2 people, but yes, we do have a friend, and also Rosa is the well, actually, wait. If you are a traveler to this city or this town, you might actually know Rosa already. So yes.
Yeah. Rosa's, she's quite nice. But anyways.
This is true, and for good as well, thankfully for me.
Lou just nervously messes with the sheath his scabbard is in. Since this is a magical ailment and a disease, there's not much he, as a simple human fighter, can do.
Whereabouts did
So
you
instead,
actually
he's
have you been
going
so far
to.
that you might have dropped them? Sorry, I thought you were finished. Carry
on.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, I checked out the Starlight Bakery, the Emma Emporium, the Sharp and Hatchet bookstore, and Beanie's Tavern.
Oh, what a coincidence! All the places that we have already seen of this era. We know them. We know them seemingly well.
Lou just looks over and says, "I'm going to go check out the Emporium."
Are you sure?
God.
Last time we didn't have a good experience there.
Last time I did not have a good experience. However, I am very concerned over the owner of that particular shop.
What?
She was quite like the shop itself is dubious, but Emma herself was quite nice to me while I was
Well, if that's the case,
indispensed in her shop.
Well, if that's the case regarding nice people, I shall go to the Starlight Bakery and check on Paul. We seem to have a decently good rapport, at least compared to Scoobert. Anything would be decent compared to that, obviously. He does owe me a recipe, after all.
Who just looks over and says, "Alright, gang, split up. We have a lot of ground to cover and not a lot of time to cover it. If this disease progresses as fast as the doctor claims it does, we don't exactly have a lot of time to look around."
Yes, and hopefully the others are not as infected.
With that, Lou is off to go search the Emporium.
Alright. Let's follow Orchid first, because I wanna, we're going with Orchid first at the Paul Bakery. And also roll survival, Jacob. Let's see if you get infected.
Okay.
I don't have a design for Paul.
I thought you did. You did last time. Where did it go?
No.
I also.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I also forgot to put the background in. So, but yeah. Also, I got an 8 total.
You are now sick. You have the coughs. You are now a killer.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say that. Yeah.
One's gonna murder us later.
Yeah, I think the only person in the chat right now is KW, who seemed to have a very averse reaction to the existence of Doc.
Yeah, listen, I had to bring back more characters, because why not?
No, you didn't. There was no prerequisite for bringing back characters.
Listen, it's funnier. It's a surprise.
Oh, this is what you said at the beginning of the stream, wasn't it? There was a surprise that you said we would all like.
Yeah. I don't know if you like it or not, but it's a surprise.
When I said the character, we were trying to aiming to bring the character back. I did not necessarily mean in this context, but there you go.
Technically AU doc too. It's not even like main doc. It's not quest res. It's not doc specifically. It's like alternate universe doc.
This is all an AU. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like alternate Fred. They're all just very similar variants to their original counterparts.
There was a throwaway line that implied Nathaniel also exists, but there you go.
Wait, but who said that? Did I say that?
Yes. Well, Greg specifically, but yes, you did.
Oh. Dang.
I don't make notes during the session, but I certainly do after.
AU Nathaniel canon? Question mark.
He couldn't remember his name properly, so he called him like Natan or something. So it might be Natan the gnome or something. A different gnome.
Natan.
Yeah. I was gonna play around with that if you ever decided to bring that character. It's like, hello there, it's me, Natan. I'm the gnome bot, something like that. I don't know.
Okay. Anyways, do you got the background ready?
I found it. I just need to import it in.
Okay. I should have switched to imported first. I just wanted to do Jacob first because Ghostie had a little bit with carrying the guy around, so I just wanted to give Jacob something more.
Well, I mean, I was helping via sending stone.
It was just not feeling within proper straits today, I suppose.
Yeah, apparently, because you said head empty, but that never happened for him before. That's a new thing.
He just seems to be making more mistakes than usual today.
Mm-hmm. I guess so. All right, and as for Orchid, in the meantime, I guess the pathogens from Scuba coughing in her face seem to have caught up with
her. Yes, indeed.
So anyways, Orchid makes her way into the Starlight Bakery with Paul looking exactly like Doc because reasons.
Hi, Orchid. What's up?
Not much. Well, I mean, that's not true. Why do people say that? Not much. It's just an automatic reflex. A lot is very much happening. I'm sure you're no doubt aware of the plague that seems to be plaguing, I suppose, the city.
Yeah, it's pretty awful.
Oh no, you too.
Oh. Yeah. I think I caught it from Mayor Sue.
Oh, Mayor Sue goes everywhere, except the Emporium, actually. Which, come to think of it, means that Paul went to the wrong place, actually, considering that that's the one place she avoids. Emma should be fine, most likely.
I'd rather not go to the Emporium. She may try to kill me. Or threaten me with a hatchet again.
Oh, she would undoubtedly try to kill you, absolutely. I mean, yes. But also do not worry. Speaking of people who want to kill you, Scoobert is not with me at this present moment in time. In fact, because of that, because as Lou is also occupied, we are alone for the time being. So, how's that recipe of yours? Do you have it written down?
Yeah, he goes into one of his drawers and hands it to her. While he handing to it, another piece of paper that was slightly under it falls out of his hand and hits the floor. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. I don't know where this piece of paper came from. He picks it up.
Right. Yeah.
I thought what is?
I thought we were doing the thing of both reach down for at the same time.
Oh no! What's this? Why is it talking about symptoms in a disease?
That's
okay,
actually,
weird.
That's actually one of the things that we're looking for. Where did you find this?
It was in my drawer.
In your drawer?
What?
But wait, but the doctor that I was just with said that he dropped the pages around the town. How did it end up in your drawer?
Maybe I put it away by mistake because I thought it was one of my papers. Strange.
I suppose that might actually happen. But Would you mind if I held on to that? We are trying to collect them all so that we can actually figure out a way past this.
Sure. Would you like to read it?
Well, I might as well, all things considered. The orchid like puts it up, still not knowing that she's infected too. Like picks it up with like 2 fingers and just like holds it at a distance, but is able to read the contents.
It has a marking where it says number 3 on it. No tend to feel emotions. And next to it, and then the written next to it, it's like, I don't know why we wrote it like that. Is as in text. The page describes how people tend to lose touch with their feelings and tend to be empty and numb.
What? This is ridiculous. Look at this, Paul. Look at what they've done here. Instead of correcting the very obvious grammatical error, they just highlighted how it is in fact a grammatical error and didn't think to rewrite this page at all. Who made this? This is a disaster. This is a travesty. Aside from that, it actually is very helpful. Hopefully, nothing will end up, going to this stage. I certainly haven't seen anyone thus far. But if you do come across somebody who, as it so eloquently puts it here, has no tend to feel emotions, then be sure to keep your distance.
Okay, we'll do. Oh, God.
Yes, I know. That's odd.
You alright?
I think so. I mean, to be fair, Scoobert did in fact cough in my face not too long ago. I thought I would washed it out, but considering what we know about this infection...
Wait a minute. Is that a new outfit? Because that looks great on you.
Oh, you noticed? She does a very happy twirl. Yes, Lou picked it out for me. He happened to he happened to raid it from a debunked establishment.
What happened?
Well, our first case actually, it ended up going awry. Actually, it was I haven't quite told anyone the details of how the place came to be no longer in operations. I have been meaning to discuss this with somebody, considering everything. If you have a second, I suppose there's
a lot, sure.
All right. So Orchid pulls up a chair and sits down and indicates to Paul to please do the same.
Bunk. Paul sits down.
All right. So where to begin? So we were the place we were sent to investigate. Well, there's no way of sugarcoating this. It was a brothel. And while we were there, we eventually we undertook a plan to go undercover because the courtesans were being kidnapped slowly but surely over the course of 2 months, and supposedly, according to one of our sources, a kidnapping was to take place that day. So the original plan was actually my original plan was for me to take over and disguise myself and assume a new identity in order to use myself as bait. However, Lou actually volunteered to step in himself because of other events that I truly do not wish to get into, because that's a whole other story. But from a separation that occurred, they weren't able to stop the kidnapping from taking place right under our very noses. So when forced to improvise in order to set a trap, the owner of the establishment showed her true colors, let's say. From the moment that we met her, we knew she was very concerned with money and seemed to be the only person actually earning a decent living in that entire town. The town itself is actually rather tragic. We need to go back there and sort things out. Again, another story. But truly, it was in that moment when right after Lou had disappeared, and and the lack of compassion that she showed, and all of the moments where she talked about just the money. That was truly the moment where we realized just how despicable this woman truly was. She was not to blame for the incident. That would have been far too easy. However, when it came time to decide who instead to use as bait, the decision was rather obvious. It was time for the person who had spent her entire life accumulating wealth and using others, and had just confessed to wishing to milk all of her employees dry if she could. It was time for her to determine like what it would like to get used.
Oh no.
So because all you had to do was the kidnapper was obsessed with the letter B for reasons that again, another part of the investigation. So I had her declare that her name that her henceforth she would be known as Bubbles. And then once and then my intention was as soon as the kidnapper came to abduct her, I would then cast Fairy Fire, and Scoobert and I would chase after the individual, and that way we would figure out who it was and capture them. Little did I know that specifically for Bubbles, or Lucille was her actual name. Specifically for her, the kidnapper had other intentions. The moment that I was able to cast Fairy Light and to actually see what happened, I saw the culprit plunging a knife into her. Scoobert gave chase, and I, having used up both spells I was able to cast in that period before resting, was unable to cure her wounds the magical way. So instead, I was doing the usuals to applying pressure, making sure she was there. I did not express lament for using her as bait, but I made it very clear that my intention was not for her to die. For me, to be perfectly honest, death is a very cheap way of getting karma for your actions, because it does not mean it means you would not have to process anything. It is simply all over, and in my mind, that means you got away scot-free. Which is why it eats me up inside, even more so, despite the fact that I truly despise this woman. I wish she had not died in my arms the way that she did. Soon after that, the brothel was presumably defunct, unless the other courtesans took over it and now run it as an independent business. And before we actually left, because of again other circumstances, my other outfit, which is currently in the wash pile of the inn, that it was stained and damaged, and so Lou actually found this outfit that you now see me in today.
That dress got a pretty crazy story attached to it, I guess. Wow.
It certainly does. Yes. I'm sorry for having offloaded that.
No, it's fine.
I wanted to.
It's fine. I get it.
I wanted to tell someone at least. I should discuss it with my companions truly. Although I have a fear that the some of them might misinterpret the context and brand me a murderer of some kind, even though I truly did everything that I could to.
I mean, it wasn't your fault, but like, to be fair, I guess them not seeing that could assume differently, I guess.
People seem to equate your lack of concern for a person's happiness with the state of their life, and it's a very important distinction to have, but unfortunately the nuance is lost on quite a few people.
Well, good luck with your investigation.
Thank you, Paul. I really should get back to that now. In fact, I believe time was actually of the essence, and I'm sure that the others will have most likely finished their endeavors by now and wondering where I am. So, next time that our paths cross, perhaps again we should still do that baking rendezvous, let's call it. You did say it was not a date, of course, after all.
Yeah, of course, you know. Paul blushed a little bit out of embarrassment, and it's like, but it was really good to see you again.
Likewise. Orca stands up. Okay, I feel a little better now. She wipes her eye a little bit. All right, until we meet again. Goodbye, Paul.
Bye.
And with that.
Okay, so now we have an option for the next cutaway. BB, do you want Scooby to go anywhere?
What are the options again?
Scooby doesn't know what's going on. He wasn't there when we, talked.
Yeah, but I want Scooby to be somewhat involved, so Scooby could probably decide to go travel somewhere. That's my excuse.
He just randomly decides to walk around the town a little bit.
Well,
Yeah,
I guess
okay.
he'll just start walking in a straight line and see where that lands him.
Oh my
no,
god,
not
that's not an option. That's not an option, baby.
At the end of the land, he ends up at the beach. Oh no.
No, you have either the Emporium, the Sharpened Hatchet Bookstore, Beanie's Tavern. Those are your options.
Whatever lies in a straight line from the inn, I suppose.
Yeah, which one is the straightest path?
Beanie's Tavern.
Beanie's Tavern.
That's the straightest line.
All right.
Beanie's Tavern.
Okay, Scooby walked into Beanie's Tavern.
Beanie's Tavern.
You keep saying.
And he sees
Beanie's Tavern.
You see Zoe. But what's Zoe again? Okay, no way. Zoe motionlessly says, "Hello, welcome."
It's still dark.
Hello.
Oh,
It's a perfectly good day to be in Beanie's Tavern.
oh wait, Scooby, you actually gotta roll survival to see if you get infected more.
Go to hell!
I think it's more of a case like the stage progresses rather than like a double infection.
Yeah, regression.
I'm ready to experience double death. What do I roll? Survival?
Survival, yes.
Oh, okay.
22. Okay, you do not progress. No progression. You're only coughing still. I guess it's a nice day here, so he says with no emotion in her voice. Would you like any of our specials? Free beer. You could have $10. You could have all you could drink beer. 10 gold for all you could drink beer.
Oh, the price went down finally. I guess the rich people left town.
The rich people have left town. Also, by the way, you all from last session are 50 gold richer because, you got completed a mission.
Oh, yeah, good point. Yeah, I guess, Greg paid us. Yeah, I forgot.
You're all 50 gold richer.
Yep.
Anyways, 10 gold for all you could drink beer. Would you want any?
How much gold do I have? And Scooby puts his big Great Dane paw opens his mouth wide like he's about to get a panini, a wonderful, flaming hot panini.
What?
And he shoves it right on in, and it just has his like looks around in his eyes like this is super casual. He takes it out all wet and slippery. How much did you say?
And gold.
Zoe,
Zoe's emotional state has not changed during this whole ordeal with Scooby. There was no emotion behind those eyes. She's dead inside.
and then he's like, I only seem to have 5 there. I wonder. And he turns around. And he says, you ever know why dogs sniff each other's butts?
No.
They're digging for gold. And he looks inside of his prison wallet to find the next 5.
Is there prison bats? No.
And except it's weird, he's still not finding it there, and he gives his paw a sniff and says, not too far off from beef jerky. And then he looks next to him, and he realizes, and he face palms with the slobbery hand, of course, and says, oh, I'm such a dumbass. It's in my bag right here. And so he goes into his bag and grabs the next 5.
So he goes,
I'd like a lot of beer, please.
Scuba's gonna get more infections than just the plague.
Scooby gets freaking dysentery. God.
Just because dogs have clean mouths doesn't mean they have clean everything else.
Treat yourself to as much beer as you would like.
I would like beer.
you get the beer. You go get the beer yourself. It's a self. You have to serve yourself with the beer.
Beer, please.
Okay, go get the beer.
Okay, listen here, lady. And he sits on top of the counter with both paws, and he says, you see these paws?
Yes.
Take one.
Why?
The non-slobber.
Take one.
Grabs your left paw.
Okay, now bend it a little.
What? Okay. Bends it.
Now you notice how it doesn't move that much? Do you know why?
No.
Because I don't have thumbs, you ableist motherfucker! Give me my beer!
I'm pretty sure you have 5 hands. There, you have 5 fingers.
What do
you mean? You have 5 fingers there. I don't.
What? Does Scooby have
You
5
have beer?
Is that canon?
Yes, I'm pretty sure he has 5 fingers on his paws.
Why the fuck would Scooby... Hold on, wait.
That's the thing. Have you not seen
No, it isn't. No, it's not. Hold on.
That's
Hold on.
the thing.
I mean,
He does not have 5 fucking stubs.
In the cartoons, he does, hold things the way that humans would.
Okay, no, he has 4. I'm looking at an image of his feet right now. It's 4. Don't give me that bullshit.
He's still able to hold
It's
stuff
4.
normally. He's the one that normally holds them in the
sir,
cartoons, right?
I don't know. He was
sir,
holding the javelin in his mouth, so.
Sir, I think you're a tad crazy, but sure. Here, let me go pour you a glass of beer.
He's gonna start barking.
She just emotionally gets his beer and not responding to this nonsense. Here you go, sir.
And then he's gonna like calm down and like a whole other dog. Very slowly and gently, like a swan, dips his head down and begins licking his beer. I have ascended.
That's great. Zoe goes back to cleaning some of the dishes. Oh, sir, is this your weird letter thing that I saw on the desk? Here you go.
What?
He,
Just
he,
handing
he,
it to
he,
the
he,
first person that she sees?
yeah.
What?
She hands him one of the pieces of paper.
Okay.
Would you like to read the piece of paper, Scooby?
Sure, man.
Okay, the paper
Scooby has no
says.
interest in this because there's no idea what's going on. And neither does Zoe. This scene makes no sense.
He's just drinking his beer, man. He doesn't give a shit.
If I saw this in a
The
gacha
paper-
video, I'd be like, what the heck is going on in this scene?
The paper talks about severe mood swings, causing your mood to go really happy to really angry to really sad in a matter of seconds.
Scooby can't relate.
He's already on stage 2. The survival check was a lie.
Oh my god! Don't. Scooby with explicit mood swings would be awful. God.
Hey, bartender.
What?
I think this is yours.
I don't know. Maybe it's one of your friends or something. I don't know.
I don't know where they are.
You don't. What do you mean you don't know where your friends are? Aren't you guys friends? Don't you hang out, spend time together, do whatever friends do?
I don't have a chip in them.
What? A potato chip? What does that mean?
Do you have potatoes?
No, I mean I have potato beer.
Do you have... What's the spiciest thing you've got?
Hot sauce beer, but I think it's kind of gross.
Are we back to ghost peppers again?
It's hot sauce beer with ghost pepper flakes in it.
Cut the beer.
Are
Give
you
it to me
serious?
whole, mama.
Okay. Do you want how large of a cup do you want?
All of it.
Okay. Grabs a lemonade pitcher from the fridge or from the cabinets and then just pours it full of the hot sauce beer and puts it in front of Scooby. Here you go, sir. I don't recommend walking after this because you may fall.
He dips his entire head in there like he's digging for apples.
Okay, he's probably gonna die of alcohol poisoning. Whatever.
No, you cut the beer, remember?
Well, yeah, but still, like, dang.
Why? No, there's no alcohol inside of it.
It's
Just a lot of
beer.
capsaicin. No, you cut the beer.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. That's what I did.
So what's
You know,
what are we doing now?
He's still
You know,
dotting
by the way,
factors, I think.
By the way, I think putting your whole head in like that's gonna hurt your eyes.
Probably, but it's Scooby Doo, and we all know how Scooby is with spice.
You know what? With you doing all this, I want you to roll another survival check to see
Alright.
if you move the stage too.
You know,
I want to see if I.
Might I also suggest a Constitution saving throw?
Which one am I rolling?
The illness thing, survival, and then Constitution saving throw. If you burn your eyes or
I'm
not.
doing both. Alright, 23 for survival.
No infection.
Aside from what's
19
already
for
in Scoop It.
Constitution.
Oh well, you managed to not burn your eyes somehow.
Of
Don't
course
ask
not,
me
it's
how.
Scooby Doo.
Don't ask me how. You just don't avoid it.
It's Scooby.
Your eyes are magical, apparently.
Nope, it's just Scooby.
Well,
We haven't leveled up, so I don't have any of my paladin powers. It's just a dog.
Well, sir, is there anything else you want here, or are you good for now?
He doesn't hear you. He's in the apple pit.
I'm going to assume you're fine. Goodbye.
He's a slubber mess.
Zoe walks off. Okay, now we're gonna cut to Lou. Okay? Lou walks into the Emma Emporium.
Again, he is hit with the wafting smell of copious amounts of the devil's lettuce. He scrunches up his nose beneath the mask
A lot of
and
substances in this episode, huh?
Yeah, a lot of substances. Zoe is sitting
again,
at the
substance-free
counter.
person is the druid.
Zoe is sitting at the counter, looking like she's in a happy little world.
Zoe, you mean Emma, right?
Emma, wrong character.
And she still looks
Emma's
like
sitting there in her own. She still looks like dog. Wow, isn't this amazing? I
Emma,
love
what are
it.
you doing?
Oh, I'm just
Toledo.
enjoying this. It's so great and wonderful. Why are you giving me that look? Stop looking at me like that. I'm not ugly. Ah! She slams the table and just starts crying. How could you? Ah!
Lou is just like,
Why
well,
did
for
you
one,
do this to me?
Lou is going to use this somewhat suitable and stable environment to kind of take off his petticoat and roll up his sleeves a little more.
Oh, that's somewhat stable environment, but doesn't seem
And
particularly stable.
he,
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Don't mind that outburst. You know
Emma,
me.
Emma, sweetie, are you feeling all right?
Oh, I'm feeling absolutely terrible. How could you ask me that? That's
Jesus.
awful. You are horrible for asking me that. I don't feel good. Do I look like I'm feeling good? No, I don't. You know? Even this weed I love isn't making me feel good. Do you know my brownies have eaten? 20,000, probably. I don't know. You don't understand.
Over the
I think
course
my
of your
pancreas
life,
was under as well. I'm having anxiety. She crawls in the fetal position crying.
Jessica watches this display of pitiful. What is this? Angst? And bends down and is like, sweetie,
Why do you lie? I don't feel good. And I'm angry that I don't feel good. Like, why can't I
Okay.
feel good? You know? I mean, it's lovely that I'm here. But also, it's not lovely that I feel bad. But I'm trying my best to stay positive, even though it's basically impossible. I mean, seriously, like, who could feel... it just makes me want to cry. But, you know, I'm trying to stay positive.
Okay, Lou's gonna roll a medicine check. 19.
Lou doesn't
You
know
can
anything
tell
about the
that
move swings, though.
you can tell that her disease seems to progress, and the magic seems to be radiating off her a lot more than Scooby was earlier.
Like, rather than directly touch Emma, is there any sort of cloths about?
Like
I'm gonna roll passive perception.
oh wait, you didn't get to roll if you actually get like your disease, if you get diseased. Roll survival.
10.
You do not get diseased. Wait, actually you do get diseased. That you get no wait, you have advantage, remember?
Wait, yeah,
So you get to roll again.
15.
Okay, you do not get diseased.
What's the DC?
14.
Oh, okay.
So literally Lou is just above the horizon line.
Yeah, you're fine for now.
I'm gonna roll perception because he's gonna look around the shop for any sort of rags. 16.
You find a rag.
So, like, Lou grabs the rag and goes to Emma and kind of drapes it around her. And he very calmly, Emma, sweetie, I know you don't feel good, but we need to get you outside. Maybe some fresh air will help.
But my weed shop, I want my weed.
Yes, I know, sweetie, but the weed is not helping right now.
You don't know it's not helping. You know it's helping me a lot. I feel amazing with the.
You can't lie to me, sweetheart.
What do you mean? I feel fine.
And Lou just kind of starts helping Emma outside the doors of her shop, allowing her kind of like a little baggie of weed brownies to take with her, before he starts to have his initial poke around investigation for the piece of paper with virus information. 17.
You end up seeing the paper is sitting next to one of the photos of Paul that has a knife into it. It's sitting next to one of those.
Okay, then I'm gonna have him do a quick read.
Okay. The note says catatonic. People in stage 4 tend to become completely catatonic. They're fine health wise, except for the fact they're not eating and, they're not eating and drinking. But if they manage to somehow get fed and hydrated, they could technically survive forever. But on occasion, people have seemed to stir alive and actually move around and actually do stuff. But that is always comes off as random and confusing. These are like puppets, and they do that.
This is worse than we thought. Lou
Well, it's not the flu
immediately
anymore.
just turns around and leaves the shop, kind of surveying it as an infected area to not visit later. And he actually goes to look for Orchid at the bakery.
I mean, didn't Orca kind of leave the bakery? So when you guys end up running into each other in the town square.
Orchid, you look horrible. Dear.
Oh,
Hello.
don't mind me. I'm fine.
You are.
Her face is a little bit puffy.
I'm gonna roll a medicine check. 7. He doesn't notice that she's sick yet.
Oh wait, you all also
I
gotta roll if
thought
you're
you were talking
infected or
about.
not.
I thought you were talking about the crying.
You gotta roll if you're infected or not. Roll.
Yeah.
Alright,
17,
let's see.
Okay, Lou's not getting infected.
9.
Ooh, okay. Nat 20 for a total of 25.
Okay. Jacob's still only on stage 1.
Mm-hmm.
And Blue is at stage none.
Stage 0 because not even been touched by the said disease currently.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm honestly surprised given Ghostie's track record IRL.
Yeah, well, D&D is a fantasy after all.
This is fiction.
That's a low blow and you know it. Anyway, aside from low blows, Lou approaches Orchid with the document and starts showing her that the 4th stage is the most potentially deadly.
Oh, you found one of these. That's perfect. Here, I found one as well. That I trade for the other one. Let me see. Yes, other than the catalog say the person is usually fine health-wise. Fine health-wise. Oh, of course. Aside from being catatonic and unable to be fed, obviously. What idiot wrote this? This whole entire book makes no sense. What journal is this? I could write about a medical journal. I only have nursing training, for crying out loud.
Like, I assume we have to write our own at this point. I do not trust this documentation. I was right for assuming that Dr. Doctor was a charlatan.
Well, I mean, I don't know if he wrote the book himself. Is there any sort of mark of the author on the pages? DM?
There's no mark of the author now.
Well, whoever wrote it should be fired.
I 100% agree. Although as poorly phrased as this is, this does seem to match the description of Greg, which means that Doc was in fact correct about the fact that he's to be fed somehow, but also that apparently he might seem to rise again like a zombified entity at some stage.
Oh.
So I'm hoping that he's doing fine because they seem to have moved to a new location. I have no idea where either of them are right now.
Doc comes over. Hey guys,
oh, what
what's
a
up?
coincidence, Doc! We were just talking about you.
Cool. I guess.
Yes. Yes. By the way, your medical journal is an utter sham.
Hey, I didn't make it. Ask the medical guild. Not me. God.
No, if I'm ever in the area, I intend to.
You're trying to solve the world's problems.
Well, I mean, one step at a time, I suppose. In a sense, that's what some mysteries are all about. Especially uncovering what to do about this plague that you've been investigating for some time, and apparently had all 4 pages of a journal this whole entire time. Aside from when you drop them in our town specifically.
Listen, I don't know. Have you guys checked, like, maybe it's in Beanie's Tavern? I don't know.
It in this case. Oh, you mean the last page?
The last page? Because it looks like you have 3 out of the 4 pages necessary.
That is.
So here's the Also, here's a cover letter for it. I mean, technically that makes it 5 pages, but cover page.
Wait, so he had the cover letter, and you can show it to us.
I found it on the floor over here, just like 2 minutes ago. Okay. Took me a minute.
Fairness, I found my first page on the floor as well, stuck to my shoe because I tripped over it. You never know when it comes to dropping things. Well, I'm more surprised that one of them found its way into Paul's drawer, but he claims it's because he mistook it for a recipe. So I guess that's
and
that.
then I stabbed into my. I found mine with a sitting beside a knife.
That's even more confusing. But then again, that is
had been stabbed into a photograph of Paul.
From what I've heard of Emma, she definitely seems to be the person who would stack a random paper next to a knife.
Oh, this Emma interesting. Well,
Yes.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go check if they have it in the library. But you guys go check the tavern place. Maybe it's in there.
Well, all right.
Doc walks out.
That works for me. I do need to go to the library at some point in order to actually find some, do some research on that antidote. But again, I suppose that can wait. One cure at a time will be more than enough.
As Doc walks away, you hear a familiar voice.
Yes.
But Fred, is that you? But what are you doing
Well,
here?
duh. I decided to move here.
Well, that's awfully fortuitous. This is the town in which we hail from.
Yeah. You know, some days are better than others, but I managed to make it here, and yeah, it took a lot.
I will
I
say
may or
you're-
may not have gone the wrong train 16 times, but I
What's a
did it
train?
eventually.
What's a train?
Oh, it's not a train. I mean, like horseback
A
carriage
service,
thing.
like the Seven Lord.
Sort of. I'll explain later.
Okay, as it happens, Fred, your arrival is actually not very opportune at all, on account of the fact that a terrible disease is spreading across this village, and who knows who. And who knows how far it may end up going before it reaches any of us.
Are you feeling okay? What's with the cough?
Oh, now that you mention it, oh no, Scoobert.
Hey, it's gonna be all right. I'm sure there's a cure to this. Like maybe there's some medicine you could take.
Actually, we were just talking about this. We're trying to, there's no word on any medicine thus far. We're just finding some journals that talk about the different stages of them at this point. Although Doc seemed to have a good idea of what the final stage looked like anyway, so we should be looking for a remedy rather than just these pages of what the condition actually is. But I'm assuming that will help us in some way later. So for now we keep going. It's the only lead we have, you see. We want to head to Beanie's Tavern in order to hopefully find the last page. If you would like to join us.
Of course.
Very well. In which
Beanie's Tavern.
Yeah. In which case, I will also just stay back here for now, just to make sure for your own sakes. I don't know. And Orchid is going to untie the back of her hair and is going to put it over her mouth, retie it, and then just keep it that way. All right.
Okay. In the okay, everybody roll a survival thing. Including BB, because BB is there.
Ah, yes.
12.
Yeah. I'm rearranging the backgrounds.
Wait, I have advantage. Let me roll again.
I got a 17.
Natural 1 plus 3.
Well, you're sick now.
12 and a natural 1 plus 3.
Okay, yeah, you're definitely sick. You're on stage 1, Jacob. Have you hit stage 2? That's the concern.
No, I haven't because I rolled a 9 for a total of 14. So
Okay, well, you narrowly avoid stage 2. None of y'all hit the dreaded stage 2.
Like, while walking around,
of which we
just
don't know the symptoms
feels...
yet because we know the others. We don't know about the mood
Like,
swings.
we don't know about the mood swings, but we do know about the first stage. And since Lou has finally gotten himself
third and the last.
infected... What?
You know the first stage, the third, and the last. You don't know the middle one or what the second one.
That's what I said before.
Anyway, it does. I was about to say, back with newspaper. While Lou's walking around, he starts to feel himself getting a little dizzy. And here's where I'm going to roll in acrobatics to see if he stays on his feet.
I thought the first symptom was just
No.
Oh, Luke falls on his face.
Oh wait.
Takes 1 damage.
Oh wait, he's partially high because of the Emporium. Yeah, of course.
Like, he's partially high because of the Emporium, but he's also gotten the first stage of infection.
That was just coughing, wasn't it? That wasn't anything to do with being.
Yeah.
Like, I thought you said the first stage was, you know,
You do feel a little bit
symptoms,
woozy
coughing,
too. Yeah, it is
dizziness.
like
Okay.
blue light system.
Alright.
Also, the whole weed store isn't helping Lou either in this situation.
To be fair, it is flu-like symptoms, but most people don't collapse when they get the flu.
Baby, you don't know who you're talking about,
No,
right?
I do. That's why I said most people.
I guess
yeah.
I guess I'm the only one who got the flu and while trying to walk to the bathroom.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
the flu hit me really hard.
Lou fell on his face and took a single damage.
Good.
I assume
Bill's
the
not
noise.
having
I
a
assume
good
noise
day.
alerts Scooby, so he looks up from his, dunking of apples.
River is suitably flopped over, peels himself up from the ground, and says, "Oh, Scoopers at last."
On second thought, Fred, stand behind all of us. It seems like. Ugh.
Okay.
It seems like none of us are doing too well at the moment.
I'm doing fine.
Weren't you just drinking a whole thing of hot sauce?
Yes.
Wait.
Right.
So you're saying that hot sauce has helped
No.
you?
No, I always felt fine.
The hot sauce is not the cure.
Are you sure? You coughed in my face earlier, and now I'm coughing as well. I'm fairly certain you have what we have. And that I got it from you.
Just... No.
Scooby cough.
No.
Scooby refuses to give in to comedic timing.
Ooh, well actually, are you guys hearing voices? Or is that just Satan again?
I think that's just Satan again, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I'm doing great.
Right. I'm concerned about all you guys.
Unless stage 2 is in fact the hearing voices. But oh wait, Scoobert, I forgot to mention. Yes, we're looking for some pages of a journal that this really clumsy doctor dropped around. We think that one of them might actually be in here. If you see anything relating to like some sort of disease symptoms that might have occurred.
Nope, haven't seen anything like that.
Oh, darn it. Okay, we'll have to look around ourselves then. Alright, well I guess
You guys want to roll investigation?
Yeah, I
Yes,
guess we'll roll
Luke is going to
investigation to
roll
see if,
investigation to look around.
You know what?
Five.
So is Scoobert.
Let's see,
What
let's
do you mean,
have
so
a
is
roll
Scoobert?
acrobatics.
What do you mean?
2, 6. He stands up from where he collapsed earlier and immediately falls back over.
Okay. I rolled a 15.
What? You
Also-
notice
okay,
there's
so-
a paper literally. You
Or
notice
also
there's a
15,
paper
but
literally
also
sitting right.
hands Lou her quarterstaff to lean on. Here, you can have this for now.
But
Thank
you
you.
notice sitting right next to Scooby is the page.
Oh, and also as she like leans down to give the quarterstaff to Lou, that's when she notices, and like a disappointed mother who has been called in when you've lost something in your own room and finds it immediately. She just silently picks it up, looks at Scuba, shakes her head, and then just like, here's the last page, everyone.
You read it out loud. It mentions the mood swings. Yes.
All right. Anyone feeling particularly mood swingy today?
I can't say any of that. I've been feeling well until I ran into you just out of the Emporium, just out of the Starlight Bakery.
How about you put all the papers? Are you gonna put all the papers together and like hold them in a stack?
I mean, we read them all. I'm not sure if it truly matters, but
Are you just gonna do that? Are you gonna casually do that without thinking?
I mean, to be honest, like given the orc is a bit of a neat freak, maybe she will. To be honest, like I think she has all of them right now. Like, I always say except for the fourth one. She has the first three. She stacks the first three.
You know, I mean, if maybe she should stack all four.
There are no trains in medieval times, but there are railroads.
I'm not railroad. You're railroad.
Boy howdy. Listen, Aiden, are you trying to railroad us after last session?
Yeah, well, apparently you guys don't like it when I'm super ambiguous.
Well,
Make up your mind.
We do, because we find alternative solutions to the problems.
Yeah, that is literally what this genre is about.
All I'm saying
that is what you signed up for.
All I'm saying though, if you want to
find all the clues,
if you want to put all four together, you know. You know what? Actually, don't put all four together. Actually, I have a better idea. Don't worry about it.
A better idea. Okay. All right.
Good news is we won't worry about it. Let's carry on.
Well, we have all the pages right now. We now need to go and find Doc and see if he's able to do anything with this. And also, we should probably take some of this hot sauce with us. It might possibly be the remedy.
Oh my god, it's not the
or be a component within it. Orchid will, with her alchemist tools, takes like a glass beaker and scoops up some of the hot sauce from the barrel and corks it and takes it with and puts it back in a bag. Orchid now has a beaker of hot sauce in case it comes in handy.
Oh.
This cure is gonna be gnarly.
Oh, no. Anyways, out in the courtyard with Doc.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna switch Fred's model out, even though Fred's still in the scene technically. But you know.
Alright, yeah, of course. Now we actually need Doc,
I can only
yeah.
Oh, you got it? Finally.
Yes, we've got them. She hands over the first page. And also, she shows the beaker of hot sauce. I have an idea.
You want to cook something?
From a certain point of view, yes. Do you possibly have any...
It's time to cook.
Yes. See, we all have, to some degree, we've come down with the infirmity ourselves. And Scoobert,
strange.
said that by ingesting hot sauce, he felt fine. He felt fine. So there might be some merit to
There's some about weed, so I don't really trust that.
I don't know. I mean, that dog seems pretty magical, so maybe the dog just likes hot sauce, and it's just
the illness itself is
really
magical.
resistant.
There's no reason this couldn't be, that could be to do with the magic.
Maybe.
Luke just kind of looks to Orchid and is like, "It's true. He does like hot sauce. He did mention once eating a chili pepper sandwich."
Anyways, can I have the papers? I think they all. There's like a secret code encoded on each of them once they're all together. So I think I should be able to maybe get like whatever, like a remedy or part of the remedy from that.
You know, if you told us this earlier, the God knows wouldn't have had to railroad us.
Wait, what's God Universe? What are you talking about?
Anyways, you have the first 3 anyway because I gave them to you. Do you
Yeah,
want the hot sauce as well?
I'm good. Who has the 4th?
That would be Lou. I traded it earlier so that we could exchange information.
Hands it back.
Oh wait, no, you had the 3rd and I had the 1st, 2nd, and 4th. Anyways, you have all 4 now.
Like,
And then
Lou is
all of
just
a sudden, the
beaming and
pages glow bright yellow, and they become fireworks above his head, with the words "Not Doc" on it, and an arrow pointing down at Doc. And as the body transforms in a bright flash of light to another being.
Okay,
Lou
Oh.
just
who wrote this
Lou
book?
Lou just
What?
looks
You don't
over.
like my little joke? You don't like my beautiful writing?
God,
Lou-
is that you?
Lou
No,
just
I'm
looks
not
over.
God. Some
Lou
call
just looks
me
over.
the trickster. I mean, I don't like to
God,
call
is that you?
I like to call myself the most handsome man in the universe, but you know, that's my own very special title. But
Dare
yes,
you?
I'm the trickster. What's up? You got my papers. I'm so happy. You know, I saw some doctor man, and I'm like, what if I become a hem? As like sell this bit more.
And you were unable to
That's what
transfer
I'm
back
thinking.
until we got the pages.
Oh no, I was able to transfer back. But it wouldn't be much of a trick if I was, you know, myself the whole time, now would it? Also, does this face look like a doctor? No, it does not. I'm wearing a blue turtleneck for crying out loud, not a lab coat.
My name is Orchid. I'm wearing green, so that's not really a guarantee of anything.
But yes.
Also, what's a lab?
How are you enjoying my little illness that I whipped up?
Wait, this was your
Like,
illness?
Lou.
You know,
Lou's-
just a silly little illness I decided to make up. Like a stupid tale about Aspin. Like, why would a guy who has no tend to feel emotions? I can't believe I wrote down the papers.
That's what I
paper
was
stuff.
saying before. I knew there was something up from the beginning.
But do you really think a guy named Aspin who feels nothing felt jealous enough to make a curse?
No, I
Hey,
never
Aiden?
did. That never made sense to me at all.
Aiden,
Exactly.
I'd hate to interrupt you here, but Lou, upon hearing that the trickster created this disease, acts a little bit out of irrational thought and just strikes with his scimitar.
Okay,
15 plus 4, 19. Does that hit?
Rise round.
the trickster doesn't have a character sheet. Not really a combat character. He's a reality warping, mischief-causing mayhem thing. So,
Oh, he's like that guy from Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur I forgot the name of.
so I mean, it technically collides. He just does nothing. Nothing happens to him. It's like he just bounces off him.
As the scimitar collides, Lou watches in abject horror and anger as the sword just phases through this reality warping entity.
Oh please! I have reality by the balls, guys. Well, technically. I mean, I guess there are higher gods among me which wouldn't want me, like, for example, nuking the Earth, which I could do right now if you want. But, you know, that's aside the point. Plus, to be honest, killing everybody isn't fun. I also don't want to deal with fighting other gods. It's a whole ordeal. But, you know, I just want to have some fun. Tricksters just want to have fun. Oh, tricksters just want to have
You seem to share
Try
my...
again with the. Lou's gonna try again with an overarm slash. Fail. Let's see if he stays standing. Success.
Oh, come on.
How
Can't you
dare
guys
you.
have fun?
No. Damn.
Like, wasn't it fun going on a little mission, finding papers? I mean, I'm sure if this was a video game, people would collect 8 pages in a forest looking away from an entity. You know,
Literally
I'm just
every
saying.
mission that we have is collecting something.
I mean, wasn't it fun? And then you get to learn about this fun new disease I made. Ooh, well, if you want to make another one, we could I think it's some fun ideas for a disease. One more disease that turns you into a chicken.
Are you
Ooh, and I make
finding me
and I
pages?
make and okay. Well, I mean, and a hot
Make
sauce
a
is not the
better
cure.
game next time.
Oh, if you want, I can turn you all into giant pinballs and put you in a giant pinball machine. Like, that'd be
What is
fun.
pinball?
Oh, it's basically this thing where it's like a bunch of obstacles and you launch a ball and you gotta avoid and hit each of those obstacles to make it into a hole.
Okay, I must say that sounds
It's
more
like
fun than
cool.
going around and finding pages.
That's not
Personally,
mysterious.
while it seems like you and I share a dissatisfaction with with death as a final solution for anything, it does seem like you have not quite outdone yourself in this particular instance. Yes, perhaps it was an intriguing adventure. However, given that there are lives at stake and us mortals do tend to care about such matters, we would appreciate
Oh,
now
they're
the game is over,
fine.
that you lift what you have done to them.
Okay. You're lucky though, if any of you got to tier 4, I'm just saying. I was thinking of like a really fun game where like when you have to fight each other to actually like survive, and actually like that could have been fun.
Is that what you were planning to do?
What?
But tier 4 is catatonic state. That wouldn't work.
Oh, but you could be a little puppet for me.
Oh, is that what the
Little dance
rising is
dance.
supposed to be?
Yeah, a little dance. Like look at your little guy Greg. He points to Greg and Greg stands up and starts doing a little dance.
Wait, hold on. Greg was here the whole time? You didn't take him to...
Yeah.
Oh, of course we left him with you, didn't we? He was just off in the distance, wasn't he?
Yeah, duh. To see Greg just dancing.
Not gonna lie,
And then he just
hiding
and,
here all this time was probably the greatest trick you've done thus far.
and then Strixer just snaps his fingers and like Greg just falls back down ragdoll style.
Okay. I'm not sure
Yeah.
that his bones can. I'm not sure his bones can endure that. I'm gonna
Please.
I'm gonna cast
he's
Cure Wounds on
fine.
Greg to make sure that that he doesn't, endure like bone fractures everywhere.
But hey, hey, if you want, I can play another fun game right now. Ooh, I gotta play in What If Bees. What I'm thinking is this whole area is like surrounded by bees, and you basically gotta evacuate everybody from the bees. What do you think?
Lou is barely standing on his own feet. He's just attacking the trickster with just vile dissatisfaction.
I have a better idea for a game. I like to call
do
it
tell.
the Hot Sauce Challenge.
Oh, intriguing.
Also,
Mister, your aura seems strange and familiar.
Who are you
But
talking to right now?
Lou.
Oh.
The only male in the
No.
party. I mean, I guess for Scooby, but
I was gonna say, yeah, I was just checking. It could have been either one of my companions.
Scooby's
giving
just
Lou a
as much
hard
as a man
look.
as any of the other two.
Well, more so than Orchid.
So, anyways, this hot sauce challenge. What do you?
Damn, okay.
What hot sauce challenge you felt? What do you want to do for this game?
Well, you see. So it takes the beaker of hot sauce and takes the beaker a different beaker of clear liquid, dilutes them, mixes them together, and puts them separately. now that we have the same quantities in here, what we're going to do is somewhat is see if we can actually maintain our forms as we ingest ingest the hot sauce. And the plan is actually the plan is if we win, you remove the disease and promise to never swear upon whatever binding divine entity thing that may exist, that you will never set another disease, this one or otherwise, upon the world. If you win, we play the bees game.
Oh. Okay.
And
Why not?
And as these things go, I believe we should nominate a champion of some kind. Considering that there are 3 of us and 1 of you, Scoobert, would you like to do the honors?
Oh boy, do I!
Mm-hmm.
I need you to roll a 1d20 saving throw for the drinking of the hot sauce.
Before Scooby drinks it, Orchid just whispers.
Saving throw.
Okay, before Scooby drinks anything, Orchid whispers.
Not saving throw. Oh crap! What have I been? What have No way. Survival. Yeah, we're going to survival. Why not?
Would it be survival in Scooby's case though?
Yes, we're going to survival.
All right. Before he ingests anything,
okay.
Orchid goes and whispers in his ear, "Use the power of Satan. One divine entity versus another." And then she taps her nose knowingly, and then backs away and gives him one of the beakers.
If you're using the power of Satan, you get advantage. So.
Okay.
But Fox says, "Run as fast as you can, but remember the bees will always fly faster." Wise words. Hopefully, it doesn't come to that.
Yeah. Scooby's gonna look at this god. He's gonna say, "Okay, do you have any words before we begin?"
Only, what kind of bees are you scared of the most?
None, I eat them.
It sounds painful.
It is.
Okay.
I have questions about that, but I'm waiting to see what he does next.
Now it's my turn. I heard a story once. It's a very quick one. Would you like to hear it?
Your stories are never quick, but please proceed.
One day, the great dragon was thrown down. The ancient serpent, who is called the devil and Satan, the deceiver of the whole world, he was thrown down to earth. And his angels were thrown down with him.
Okay. Cool, I guess.
I got a 10 as my highest. So I'm gonna do it.
You still beat him.
Yes!
Wait, what did you roll?
Oh, 4.
Oh, okay.
Even my lowest roll would have fucked you in the ass.
Yeah. I don't know. 8.11. Wow, that is. Dang. You are one crazy dog. You know what? Okay, fair is fair. I won't, No more diseases across the land. Snaps his fingers, everyone is suddenly cured. But, I will say, still, you will get to enjoy more of my games soon. Hopefully.
Scooby puts down the hot sauce and he just gives roaring bouts. And we'll be waiting.
Looks over to the trickster and says, "Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Sure.
You said there was something peculiar about my aura.
Yeah,
What is it?"
something familiar. But it's hard to tell. But I mean, I'm sure whatever it is, it'll rear its head eventually.
That is vague.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be much of a trickster trick if it wasn't vague. He snaps his fingers and disappears.
What an unhelpful entity.
At least you know that there is something with your aura. I guess another reason to check that to look in the library. To be honest, we've got most of the day left for us, and
Lou
hopefully,
just
I don't think Greg's going to give us any missions anytime soon. He does seem to be a little bit still out of it, even though he's cured. I just look over to where Greg is. So the day is ours, I presume. We can go to the
honestly,
library and book up the antidote stuff and something to do with your aura, perhaps.
maybe later. We haven't eaten anything today.
Oh my goodness, you're right. How could I forget? I got so absorbed in all of this stuff with the hot sauce and everything.
Lou just saddles back to the tavern, hands Orchid back her staff, since he no longer needs it and can now walk on his own feet.
All right.
And
oh, sorry, go on.
he takes out something you probably wouldn't expect. Not a weapon, not a scimitar, not a crossbow, but cooking utensils.
I don't think that I don't think that Rosa might require your assistance anymore. But
In fact, there's something special I want to make for both of you. I've already asked Rose's permission.
that sounds wonderful. Scoobert, are you still? This might be a redundant question, but are you still hungry?
Always.
In fact, I prepared something special for Scoobert earlier. And Lou just reaches into his pack before taking out a tin that's been recently, as in before the, disease created by the mad god, washed preserved tin with a kind of label stuck to it with sticky glue. And it seems to be labeled Scoobert Snacks in Lou's fine penmanship. I cannot find a shop that sells these for the life of me. So I figure, because sometimes Scoobert mumbles and
Scooby is at your feet, begging.
Lou just opens the tin and gives Scooby one.
So those are Scooby snacks.
Sometimes Scooby mutters incomprehensibly in his sleep, but sometimes you can make sense if you listen to it carefully and sometimes think of it backwards.
I have heard that my dreams are like a cipher.
Perhaps Satan is a part of that, but I will not ask questions for right now. Orchid, I did have a special breakfast prepared for you, but it seems to have gone cold within the time we were solving this superfluous mystery.
Oh, don't you worry. I have a druidcraft cantrip. I can set a small fire and heat it up again.
Well, Lou brings out a now pretty room temperature plate of strawberry pancakes.
Oh my goodness. These look amazing. All right, I assume we're in the inn. Actually, I didn't realize we'd actually already left.
Yes,
Let's
we
change
are
the-
in the inn.
Yeah. We changed the background.
It has
Oh,
dawned
you
on
got.
me.
Oh no, you're already on stage 1 in real life.
There was no stage that involved sneezing.
No, it includes flu-like symptoms. I think sneezing counts.
All right.
Sneezing does count.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right,
Lou is
well,
just like jokes aside. Lou is looking at the party, Scooby, and Orchid.
yes.
Is that her name? I
Yes,
have
that's her
the
name.
fair. Good.
Every session.
Like,
there's
Lou-
always
We're
one.
getting the hang of it.
Lou looks to Orchid and is like, I've been working with you guys for like 2 days now, and I just realized that I don't know that much about either of you. And I hope to rectify that over breakfast.
That would be lovely.
Breakfast that got unfortunately delayed.
Oh well, I guess because I got with my druid craft, I light the underneath of the plate so it can actually heat up again.
That is some nifty magic you've got there. However, I never had a talent for such a thing, unlike the rest of my family.
Oh, you come from a family of magic users?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, magic is quite cool. Oh, I don't know. I'm guessing if being the odd person out might leave you isolated in this space. As I'm talking, I'm concentrating. I also just like toss the plate up in the air and like flip the pancakes over and keep heating.
You scoop it.
But say that again. I actually didn't hear you. Get out.
We're talking about family backgrounds, and Lou just looks at Scooby and asks, "What of you, Scoobit?" Prompting Scooby to exposit his hot away, if you will.
Okay.
Well, I have many family members. I have Dada and Momsy Doo. I have my sweet cousin Dixie Doo. I got my cool Elvis-looking brother, and Doobie Doo. I got old man Grandpa. He kinda looks like the guy from Pinocchio. I have
What?
great grandpa Scooby. I have Horton Doo. He has red fur. We don't know where it came from. Legend has it that someone cheated. We have Howdy Doo, my brother. Horton's the uncle, by the way. Not one of the bad ones. We have Ruby. She's my sister. We have Scrappy Doo, another cousin. Scrappy Dum. Oh, Scrappy Doo.
Are any of your ancestors? Is there anyone in your ancestry named Doofus Doo?
Doofiller. None that I can remember.
I was thinking back to what Greg said about the Fountain of Youth and it being tested on a Great Dane named Doofus Doo. That would explain why you are 100 and something in human years, and yet your great grandpa Scooby seems to still also be alive.
Yeah, I guess it's kinda weird. Oh, I wonder what Scrappy's doing. We haven't seen each other in years. The last time I saw him, it was after the last mystery crew drifted apart.
you
He was a
before?
feisty fellow.
Oh, that's right. You were part of a different mystery crew before this.
Yes.
What was that like? He appears to be staring off into the distance, reminiscing. All right, then, Lou, I suppose
Yes,
it's...
indeed.
I suppose it is your turn, then. Go ahead and tell us about yourself, then.
Well, there's not really much about me to say. I was born into a family of magic users. In fact, we were blessed by an entity.
Oh, so
However,
boys,
as
then.
the youngest of 4 boys, the entity didn't have much interest in me.
So the entity seemed to have a limit of some kind?
I suppose so. That, or he just did not deem me worthy.
Well, then, it is quite a blind entity indeed. I can't think of anyone else that's worthier than you to enjoy the benefits of magic. And with that, I slide over the plate with having cut a part of the pancake over, implying that that part's for you. And I dig
Lou
into the
just
other
takes
part.
it and just eats that part with a nod and just kind of thinks for a second. After I felt trapped at home, not being a magic user myself, but yet constantly surrounded by the craft. I decided to put my skills and physicality to use. I joined the local militia for a bit, but that did not satisfy my whims. I am still on the hunt for whatever my calling may be. The Mystery Guild just seemed like a good place to look.
I suppose there are few greater mysteries than uncovering the truth about oneself.
Indeed. What of your own life?
Well, in some ways, I was the opposite. It was almost like my calling was almost predetermined, and by that I mean that my family and and neighbors was all from a druidic commune. We live near several villages, so I had a healthy social life, but we very much lacked the which we I'm not sure if you are familiar with yurts, but that's essentially what our commune was. But it's formed of. That's why we count ourselves as living in the forest rather than any other place. But there's no discomfort in that. We essentially just wanted to be close to nature with some elements of glamour behind it. And she brushes her hair, having now untied it from her face. I forgot to mention that earlier. Brushes her hair back and says, "Well, as you can see, nature and glamour do in fact blend together rather nicely sometimes." And so yes, I've been just somewhat hoping to awaken my abilities ever since I can remember, really. In fact, one of my earliest memories is actually the time that that's the time that one of the one of the elders of the commune actually that had asked me what my favorite toy was, and I in fact presented this this doll that I had made out of several leaves and twigs that I had gathered. The elder actually snatched that from me, and then immediately, wild shifted into a bird and dropped it in a tree. At first, I was distraught by this. I must have been about 6 potentially, and and of course, like any 6-year-old, I immediately tried to climb the tree. I tried to reach for it. I tried to call for help, and eventually nothing happened. However, it turns out that in that tree there was I believe it was a possum, and and out of the desire for anyone to help, I stared up at this possum and I asked it, "Please help me." The possum actually looked back. We locked eyes for some time. We stared at each other, and at that point, at that point, it then scurried across the branch the doll was stuck in, and nudged it over, and I caught it. As it turns out, I later on, but instead of confronting the elder about it, the moment that I returned to the commune, it was that they actually, everyone started cheering. It was a cause of celebration. It was not quite the awakening of my druidic powers, but it was the first test to see if I had what it took to learn such things. The magic was actually something that came about later, but I've been shown all my life what kind of abilities someone might actually have if they pursued things further, and so I have done my best to study the ways of nature and of animals and of alchemy in order to prepare for that day, and eventually, once I acquired at least the basic spells in which to travel, I set out and once again decided to go for my other passion, which was solving mysteries, and that is where I am today, as the two things that I have cultivated across my life have converged, and I hope to continue to pursue them both.
Those skills have served you well. Unfortunately, I do not find myself with many skills, but my time in the militia, I did pick up quite a few skills in the kitchen.
Oh, well, and then
If you'd understand, a bunch of manly men aren't too keen to cook for one another.
Yes, I do remember that. Yes, the men from our commune did often express a lot of resistance in that matter as well.
However, I do say that if we come across anyone a part of the local militia, pay them no mind, as hazing is a typical part of the process.
I see. Well, if it's anything like that,
And
that one elder,
I
then...
attracted myself quite the embarrassing nickname.
Oh?
You see, I am quite effeminate, and I was that way before I joined the military. In fact,
your nickname was Twink?
yes, Scoobit.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a play on your name of some kind. Oh, I see. Oh, is that why you asked Fred if Twink's got business?
Yes, I did. Not discuss any more about my time in the military, shall we?
Well, that is fine by me. I'm definitely enjoying the best results of that right now. Ah, delicious.
Honestly, it was fun having cooked for someone again.
I know, I didn't realize how much I needed it, to be honest. Perhaps your calling is that of a chef.
Mayhaps. But I do enjoy solving mysteries just a little bit more. Especially with you two. I have grown quite fond of our little trio.
As have I, actually. The commune which I hail from is a very close knit group, and I was rather concerned about what that would mean outside. We saw today from Rosa that my social skills do tend to fail me upon occasion. I thought that would happen consistently, but actually, not only because of the investigations that we have endured, but also this group itself, I find myself more comfortable than I thought I would be. So I'm grateful to the pair of you for that.
I'll improve in time.
wish we had a glass of something of some kind to raise together. Rosa, could we get a round of drinks, please?
Non-alcoholic for me, please.
Empty for me, please.
Oh, you just want the glass? All right.
Cupid cannot pick up the glass.
Oh, I could have sworn that he was able to. All right, fair enough.
Sometimes he is and sometimes he isn't. It isn't exactly consistent.
Very well. I balance the empty glass on on Scuba's head, and then just and then clink my own alongside it. Yeah.
Lou does the same.
He looks. Goofy looks around like a dog with very little object permanence. He's like,
Where'd it go?
The glass falls as he moves his head.
Oh!
Well, I suppose that was bound to happen. Oh, you two are delightful.
But, alas, I need to go check on someone.
Oh, all right.
Emma from the Emma poem was on stage 3 and consumed quite a lot of weed brownies in an attempt to make herself feel better.
I assume the stage 3 is most likely cured, but yes, you're right. The weed itself is.
Yeah, she will be sleeping off that weed for weeks upon weeks, and we're going to need a detox deep clean to get that out of her system.
Unless I have an antidote brewing up in my room. Perhaps it's in its lesser form. That may help.
Oh God, we'll need it.
All right.
Oh gods, we'll need it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Orchid rushes up to her room to grab some things, and as she's up there, she just looks out of the window, wondering if the trickster was somewhere out there in the cosmos, and it stares up and goes, "I knew that hot sauce was the solution."
Oh God.
It was, wasn't it?
Technically, you challenged them to a game. A hot sauce game.
I appreciate that we've had 2 episodes in a row now where Satan turned the tides.
Power of Satan.
I can't believe Satan is turning the tides of. Okay,
Well, I mean, hey, you went up against a deity today. You went up against a all-powerful reality warping deity.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I quoted Revelations at him.
Listen, okay, your threats are only gonna get more powerful. Next to me fighting Satan himself.
Is this where
The
we're
ultimate betrayal.
Is this where we're gonna end the session for right now?
Yeah,
I
we've
think so,
we've closed the mystery. We've closed whatever character arcs we had going on right now for this single episode.
Oh yeah.
And the next session, who knows what will happen? It may involve rats.
I do have
I love
one question.
What?
When are we going to level up?
Oh, actually, this session you are leveling up. I forgot to say that.
Now that you mention it. Remember when
you all officially leveled up 1 level.
Okay, fair enough.
You are level 2
You did
now.
say our first is gonna get more powerful.
Oh my god, thank god, I can finally use spellcasting. Holy shit, I've been a powerless paladin for 3 episodes.
The reason that Lucille died is in last session is because Orchid only had 2 spell slots and could not cast Cure Wounds. I want that to be known. Now that I'm mentioning it, I don't want to bring up levels because I thought, oh, the second someone does, it's gonna remember that. But how long can we go before he remembers to level us up?
Oh my
Oh no, I
god!
forgot to level you up
Finally.
last time, so now you're on level 2. But hey, I'm pacing us slow, I guess, if you're
Oh,
leveling
Look,
up.
it's
a
fine.
whole
It's fine.
spell
It's
slot.
milestones, so yeah, of course. Whenever it's at your discretion. That makes sense. It's just I knew that you forgot because in session 1, in session 0, you said we might be like leveling up every session, which would be way too much for the record. That would just be disastrous.
Now you're all level 2, so you're now slightly more powerful.
I think we should level up per level. So, like, for instance, because
What?
like we were I literally, if you'll shut
Level
up,
up
I'll
per
explain.
level.
So the idea is obviously it's too late for this bit, but it would have been like level 1, so next episode would be at level 2, and then 2 episodes after level 2, we would level up to level 3, and then 3 episodes after level 3 would go up to 4, and so on and so forth.
I guess we're on a
Yeah,
double
that'd be
schedule
ridiculous.
for that. We're on a double schedule for that now, so 6 episodes from now is gonna be level 3.
We can assume that we can pretend like we started out normally there, and just 2 episodes after
I
this
don't
we can
know.
go to 3.
We'll see. We'll see. Whatever. If we majorly achieve something, you never know.
Well, I think that'll. I think that will make it a little more like gamified in a way that
Yeah,
isn't like
but
XP. Like,
by the way, what do you guys think about the return of Doc? Or sort of Doc?
it
It
was
wasn't
alright.
Doc.
Yeah,
He wasn't
I mean,
Doc.
it
That was a twist. That was a twist. I brought back Doc much like Fred, but unlike Fred, it wasn't actually a version of Doc. It was all
the
fake Doc.
The trickster was about as effective as Doc. Normally.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
And now that I'm not playing Nathaniel, I can say that with like a clear conscience. Because Nathaniel would never say that about Doc, but I will.
Yeah, I mean,
I like how Lou looked at him and thought he was a charlatan.
yeah, I mean, like Doc's
you're not wrong.
Doc's
Well, Doc
okay,
Howard.
but like at the same time, it's just kind of a cameo. Like, I don't really. It's not all that crazy to me.
Yeah, fair. I mean, no, I mean, here's the reason it wasn't the real Doc. No pills were involved.
Real.
The real Doc, when he makes his appearance, pills are gonna be flying.
Hey, but you know what? Just like the real Docs, there was no cure.
There wasn't a cure. It was just a massive troll from the fake Doc, aka the trickster, who is probably gonna be a reoccurring thorn in your side, by the way.
Oh no,
we know.
Fully expected that to be the case. Yeah.
He literally gave us like a cartoonish like, "I'll be back to swear my vengeance." Ah.
Okay, he's not swearing vengeance.
You haven't seen the last of me, you meddling kids.
Oh god, I keep missing on saying that. No! No!
Scooby-Doo fan has had 2 villains in a row forget to do that.
No!
Lou has said the Fred Jones thing.
No, oh no, I caught that. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the record, we said that you was comments on like Fred and Velma. For the record, and we said that Orchid was like Shaggy. To us, I think she's more like Daphne, but like helpful.
God.
So
By
we
the
have
way, Scooby in the series
Daphne, but more than just hot girl, with big hip and big boob.
God.
One
Scooby in the
singular?
series. Oh my god. Model boob. Anyways. But Scooby is MVP
we never
in the
see her
show.
take off her clothes, unlike some R34 stuff would suggest.
What?
So, yeah, as far as we're aware, it could just be one.
Listen, Scooby though is MVP, okay? Scooby's MVP, okay? This gang would not work out without him.
Oh, well, definitely not.
This would be a very different campaign without Scooby.
There was a reason. Yes. There was, in fact, I think actually that was like recently like Hanna-Barbera's like kind of pitch, wasn't it? Where it was where like Scooby was a last minute addition, and then like the show, then like was like, okay, that's the distinction of the show rather than just these 4 random teenagers. Yeah, made it much more unique.
And Fred joined the town finally, so she'll become a minor character in the town. No.
For
But
record,
not
we
the
fully-
Fred that
we fully-
Scooby knows.
Yeah, but for the record, we fully planned to go back to the cat village because we still need to like improve.
Oh
our
yeah,
basic
no.
structure.
You will probably okay. I do plan on having you guys return to that, but I also want to introduce some new places as well, and not just
Not just.
Or you
Well,
go
I mean,
back.
to be fair, like we didn't go to everywhere last time. We've been everywhere that we've been today.
Yeah, but instead it's time you got to fight a new villain.
Well, yes, of course,
Yeah.
we've got new stuff
Also-
to do, but yeah, I mean, as far as new places go, not so much. Which isn't a bad
Also,
thing. I just
just to
inconsistent from what you said.
Also, just to clarify where I was going with like the subtext I tried implying with the Revelations quote, that the fallen angels is Scooby was
Are we
comparing
saying he's
himself
one of the
to,
fallen angels? Yes,
yeah,
I did pick up
he's-
on that.
yeah, okay,
I did
Not-
pick up on that.
not literally, but that is his analogy that he's going with.
The trickster was like, "What? What are you talking about?"
And if you want to know more about fallen angels, check out Aiden's main series on Hidden Vest.
I mean, but also isn't this chaotic? There's nothing we do in that one. Although Adam did dress up as Fred once, so
Yeah. But not the Fred in here. The Fred from.
Oh, not this Fred. Fred from Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Which of course does make this canon.
What? Anyways, leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters, and subscribe if you've not done so already. Doodle pip.